Hey guys, Nikki Surreal here. Definitely want to talk about what has happened in America today. So today, Supreme Court overruled Roe versus Wade. And I'm just curious, when they made this decision, did they really expect the female population to be okay with it and to not cause a stink? Ladies, I hope we can definitely prove them wrong with this one. Now, before I get cracking on what I really want to say, I'm going to put the disclaimer up top and up front and personal. As a woman, I've never had an abortion. I've never considered an abortion. Those are my beliefs. I do not put my beliefs on other people. So, with that being said, I have always been in favor of females having medical options to assist them with their goals, whether they are to be a mother or not to be a mother. I think that it is very irresponsible to consider making this move without also considering what condition you're going to put these now unwanted babies in. Do we need to remind you of what it was like prior to abortion being legal? All the women who accidentally poisoned themselves trying to get rid of babies, threw themselves downstairs, killing themselves by accident, trying to get rid of babies. All of the women who died in back alley abortion jobs, coat hangers and infections and internal bleeding. You really think we're not going to be going back to those measures now if it's not available? Have you not stopped to consider that you whine and complain about helping the poor and impoverished children that we have already? So you're cool and fine with adding to that mix and to those numbers already now with this move? I don't know about you, but I was feeling like we were seeing far too many babies being abandoned in public places and left in dumpsters. Those numbers are only going to go up now. And if they're not murdered after birth or left in random places, now you're going to help get those sex trafficking numbers sky high. They're going to be able to have their own empires off of the back of this one. Do you think some of these mothers aren't going to be desperate enough to sell their children to strangers, and lo and behold, their old strangers are in the fucking sex traffic industry? So now, these poor unwanted children that, had to be born, it's a crapshoot. Are they going to end up with parents that are going to, bear down and actually raise them somewhat decently? It's going to be a very small percentage. The rest of those babies are going to be brought up in traumatic situations, abuse, neglect. They're going to go through all kinds of mental anguish because they are not chosen. They were made to be here. And you're fooling yourself if you think that's not going to be an issue. This country's got a really bad problem with forcing everyone to think what they think. You're going about things all the wrong way. Your religious beliefs are meant for you and you only. If you need to be around people who think and feel the exact same way as you, that's why they go to church. You shouldn't need the whole world to be exactly the same. Where are the life lessons in that? Where's the experience in that? So you really think you're going to go to heaven and God's going to say, you know what, Joe, you did a great job. You made everybody you could act exactly like you, think like you, talk like you, move like you. Good job. Here's your key to the pearly gates. No, fool. You're being oppressive. You're being offensive. It's okay if you want to believe what you want to believe. Your ancestors came here and massacred millions for you to have your religious freedom. But in the same token, that means we are free for our choices as well. What's disgusting is your religious beliefs keep tingling down into our government infrastructures. We still have black and brown people that are still at risk, that are still being discriminated against. They're still having racist things happen to them. The government has been picking on this same group of people for over the last 500 years. When will enough be enough? Are you not bored already? You haven't destroyed them yet. You're not gonna do it now. Might as well just get off the dumb shit. Now here you are trying to take away my women rights, my daughter's rights. You know, women are still getting raped out here. So you mean to tell me if that's a poor person and they are raped, and they live in a red state, the only way they can get an abortion is if they can somehow magically afford transportation out of state, and then on top of that, afford to go have a procedure? These are people who don't understand how the world works. You only know your own perception of things. You only think about things from your own experience level, from people with your income level, people of your experience and background. That's not the world you live in. So now what we need to do, ladies, bear with me, because I'm mad and I'm really trying to keep it professional, but I'm really mad right now. Closing legs, ladies. No more friends with benefits. No strings attached. No more side piecing. No more dating all these. Go back to that 1950s where you can't touch these cookies till I got my ring. Do that. Maybe then these men will then get motivated to go tell these other men to quit making decisions on your body. Maybe that. Women, it's time. Step up. We had all these little feminist rallies for things that didn't really matter. Talking nonsense. We need to be focused on basic human rights. Why is that still an issue? Now it's time to get your state representatives together. Since it's not considered constitutional, it's time to amend that constitution, wouldn't you think? So myself, I've already made the decision. I will not live in a red state. My daughters won't live in a red state. I will take my revenue to another state. One that understands basic human rights. I'll give my votes to another state that understands basic human rights. If you are of the same mindset of oppressing people because of the color of their skin or their freaking gender, I'm not fucking with you. State government or not, I'm out. I'm not doing it. I employ everyone else. Please do that. Do it. Ladies, don't worry about it. If you're on that Section 8 or whatever, they have that transferability. Transfer your shit out of state. Go ahead. We shouldn't stay in these red states. Let them be made up of only their people. That's what they want to see. But then when they realize that a whole lot of their revenue has now left the building, maybe that'll motivate. But what I'm not fitting to do is leave my kids here and they have no protection. I protect my kids at all costs. And I just don't see me disrespecting them and their rights, staying in a state that does not care about them. And furthermore, y'all, you need to stop and consider what kind of life these babies will have. We have so many kids in the foster system right now, this instant, who have nowhere to go. They're living traumatized existences right now. So you stop allowing women to have abortions, that's only going to get worse. And if you're so against abortion, why in the hell are you not signed up as a foster parent to help get these babies that you wanted to be here so bad? Why aren't you fostering these kids? When they're here, you don't want to help feed them. When they're here, you don't want to help take care of them. When they're here, you don't want to keep them safe in school. So why in the fuck do you care if they don't make it or not? Stay in your lane the whole entire time. Focus on you and your family. You and your church members. A woman getting an abortion is not hurting society. If nothing else, that's one less rapist, one less pedophile. If nothing else, that's one less traumatized individual out here bleeding on everybody else. Y'all need to knock it off. Stand up. Start voting if you don't vote. And be like me. Don't give these fools your money. If that's the viewpoint they have, I get up through. I don't stay in toxic relationships. Residents of states are no different. I'm out.